want change? Talk with your wallet, gang. Stop talking with your mouth. Stop talking on Twitter. Talk with your wallet. Look what y'all did to alcohol. Look what y'all did to cigarettes, even though they replaced it with vapes. You could do that with anything in life. You take away a dollar bill, you will see some change for real. Oh my gosh, that was off the dome.
All right, chat. Let's go meat for meat in chat, bro.
Big boy, whoa, why are you talking to me like that? Welcome back to the Stanley channel, man. Today, I know you're wondering why am I standing up? That's just because Yo-Yo had it standing up because I think he's about a game. But I was like, low-key, I do want to feel what it's like to record a reaction while standing up. So that's what the new setup is. We are reacting to a video from the one, the only, the homie, the food theorist, Food Theory. Why did Gen Z quit drinking alcohol? This video is about to make me really happy or really sad because I am always been for not drinking. I just think you can enjoy life so amazing. I think the upside to not drinking is way better than drinking itself. You know what I'm saying? That's why. So let's get into it. No cap.
Gen Z is drinking less alcohol than every other generation on Earth right now, and it's having major repercussions. Since when did Gen Z become the designated driver of society, and what does this mean for the—
Nah, definitely not designated driver. I'm not gonna lie. Can't be the DD of society until they also put the vapes down. I know they're not getting drunk off of vapes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying though, like, if you're making life decisions to smoke a vape, I'm not trusting you with the other life decisions of society is basically what I'm saying.
alcohol industry. That is what we're gonna
like, you folded for strawberry flavored cigarettes, gang. I can't trust you, bro. I can't trust
out today. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's the perfect mocktail of chaos and edutainment. And yes, I did say mocktails because that is what's all on the rage. Cocktails are so blasé, so 2024. But you know what's not blasé? Clicking that—
blasé? Hold on, film theorist. Let me find out you actually from goddamn blase. Hold on, bro. I didn't know you was from that. Hold on.
Subscribe button. But back to the point, why? Because Gen Z just isn't that into drinking. That's right, the same generation that revived Y2K fashion, embraced oat milk like it was liquid gold, and somehow made Crocs fashionable again, is now making alcohol-free living cool. And when Gen—
Hold on, I don't even got them here with me. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I can't travel nowhere without them. Feel me? And this is just what I got on hand. But y'all seen the closet before. You seen the closet. We did make that joint fashionable. I can't lie.
Gen Z decides something is over, it's OVER. And boy, is it. They're drinking 20% less than the generation before them, the millennials, and 33% less than the other generations when it comes to beer and wine. For generations, drinking has been a cornerstone of social life, adulthood, and even celebrations. College parties, happy hours, wedding receptions. Alcohol has been at the center of all of it. Sure, it's not like everyone drank. There's plenty of people of every generation that don't. And yet, it's specifically the drinking rates among Gen Z that are plummeting. Bars and nightclubs are struggling to keep young customers, and they're scrambling to understand how to entertain people that just don't want to partake in drinking. At first, this might seem like just another quirky generational shift, like the sudden return of bell-bottom jeans or that hairstyle that every Gen Zer insists on getting. But this is not just a passing trend. This is something that's already reshaping industries, marketing strategies, and even the future of alcohol itself. Because here's the thing, this might be bad news for the alcohol brands out there. This is an industry that has spent billions of dollars making sure alcohol is seen as an essential part of adulthood. But now, their golden goose, the young adult demographic that kept bars full and liquor sales booming, is disappearing. So let's be clear here. We're talking about people born between 1997 and 2012. Now that the oldest Gen Zers are in their mid-20s, gag, they are entering the consumer world, making their own purchasing choices and having a heavy influence on brands, trends, and every—
Oh my gosh, I just put it together. It's not that people don't want to drink, but I saw it the other day. Someone popped up with a bottle of like Azul, something like that, or 1942, something like that. And it was $100 a shot out that bottle. You feel what I'm saying? And then when he popped money up into the situation, into the equation, I'm thinking like, you know, people probably do still want to drink. I think saying they don't want to drink might be giving them too much credit because I don't think Gen Z be making the best of decisions, but they're too broke to drink. Like, they're looking at it, it's like, dang, I really got to decide between paying my rent this month or getting lit. Cause damn near a bottle damn near costs rent at this point, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything else. So companies are starting to take note of Gen Z's interests. I talked about this in our Chili's video a bit more, so make sure to check that one out. But basically, they're the captain now. And with that power, they've decided that they liked dry January so much that they're just gonna make it dry the rest of time. Statistics show 70% of people in Gen Z are choosing non-alcoholic beverages over the other kind. Only 18 to
Can we do a price check on this too? Like, can we do they're choosing non-alcoholic beverages most of the time, but at the same time, those non-alcoholic beverages probably cost like $5, $3. A shot going for $15, $20, no?
20% of Americans of legal drinking age under 28, which is the cutoff point as of this episode for that group, said they regularly drank beer, wine, or spirits. Like I mentioned earlier, among millennials who were born between 1980 and 1994, consumption was way higher, especially for beer and wine. It's not just in the US either. In the UK, over 1 in 4 young adults now identify as non-drinkers, a number that has doubled in the last decade. It's astonishing. Even in countries with deeply ingrained drinking cultures, Germany, Spain, and Australia, young people are simply not reaching for booze like their parents did. But what is it about alcohol that no longer fits into Gen Z's world? It's well known that Gen Z is socializing a lot less in person due to the reliance on communicating through technology. Some people have even gone so far as to dub this the loneliest generation. And let's be honest, the pandemic definitely didn't help since they spent important informative time distancing themselves.
But here's the thing though, when the pandemic was happening, I actually didn't feel further from my friends. I felt closer to my friends. Now, that does have to do with my profession because I am an online dude. I do be working on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So all my friends also work on the internet. So when the pandemic was happening, I was actually on Discord calls every day, all the time. I think there's a little bit of a misconception about how people are online are disconnected. I think we're more loosely connected to a ton of people, but in that same way, it's like loose connections with a lot of people or deeper connections with a few people. Once you put them on a scale, I actually think they balance out because everybody has at least one person in real life that they really do like, get along with, and do want to see. But there's mad people on the internet that you probably share the same opinions with, mad people on the internet that you probably would want to see in person, but you can't, so you do on a call and things of that nature. I don't know if we're the loneliest generation. I actually don't know if I agree with that. But statistically, we probably do see each other less in person. Yeah, I'll take that.
Doing the opposite of socializing. As Gen Z are spending less time in person, there's been a decline in alcohol consumption, as very often alcohol is seen as a social drink. Since a common reason for drinking is to have a good time with friends, naturally this decreases if the social interaction goes down too. But that's not to say that they aren't going out at all, just a lot less than before. And even though they are the loneliest generation, that doesn't mean that they aren't socializing.
That nigga kind of look like me a little bit. No, my fault. I was trying to match it. I was trying to sync it up.
Either. They're just socializing in ways that prioritize health and finance. And booze doesn't fit well into either of those, especially in this day and age. I went out with some friends recently to catch up over dinner and made the mistake of getting a cocktail because why not? We were celebrating reuniting. When the bill came, pet peeve of them not putting the prices on the menu aside, my jaw dang near hit the floor when I saw that the drink was $25. Mind you, my flatbread I ordered, $19. It's ridiculous. And Gen Zers aren't having any of that. And it's not just the price tag like we mentioned in other episodes. Gen Z are far more health conscious, arguably the most health aware generation in history, because they have all the information they need at their fingertips. The awareness of alcohol and the effects it has on someone has significantly increased since the past generations. Sure, millennials were the first generation to have alcohol and drug educations in school, like the DARE campaign and Just Say No, but it was always vague and didn't harp on the actual health part of it. I remember as a kid, it was just, don't do this, it's bad for you, with some scary images, but we never really grasped the effect it had on our bodies.
I ain't gonna lie, the scary images worked on me, gang. That's all they had to say. I just saw some random things and drugs next to it, and I was like, oh, this kills me. Let me not do that. That's all I needed. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all be stubborn.
Z, on the other hand, has had instant access to scientific research, nutritional breakdowns, and first-hand testimonials about how alcohol affects the body. So even from one generation to the next, there's a greater understanding of how alcohol can affect your health. health. And the results aren't pretty. Not just the physical aspect either, the mental one too. Almost 86% of the Gen Z population believe that their mental health is as significant as their physical health when considering drinking alcohol. And while, yeah, alcohol does have a relaxing effect by lowering your inhibitions, that's the reason why inebriated people do dumb things, there's a flip side to that coin, because it also disrupts sleep quality, gut health, and increases the presence of negative feeling like anger, depression, and anxiety. And Gen Z is already depressed and anxious enough as it is. So they're electing to move away from alcohol because they've got enough on their plate, or in their cup, as the case may be. I do want to point out that I know I'm referring to Gen Z as if it's some sort of monolith, and obviously it's not, but trends are incredibly significant in this generation, the generation of social media. And yeah, older generations, well, mostly just the millennials, did have social media from a relatively young age, but we're talking about people who've been sharing their lives with the world for as long as they can practically remember. And the influence of social media is absolutely one of the most important factors in them giving up liquor. Because watching people online share their thoughts on the negative effects of alcohol, their personal stories, or following trends like Dry January encourages others to follow suit. Look at Tom Holland, not just because he's easy on the eyes, but because he's a good example of this. Someone in the cultural conversation who's become an advocate for sobriety. He started through Dry January, and he's not the only one. Last year, 35% of Gen Zers
still mad at you, you know, that you took Zendaya, but I'm glad that she's in non-alcoholic, very nice hands. You know what I'm saying? So Tom, I will let you have Zendaya, man. No cap, man. Respect. I'll let you have
between 21 and 24 also completed Dry January. And now, the vastly better Tom
know Dry January was a thing, though.
Even makes his own alcohol-free beer. And the other aspect of social media is the ability to have a conversation with the world. There's a large trend called the sober curiosity movement, which challenges people to assess their relationship with alcohol. Not to cut it out, but to ask themselves why they drink, all in the name of mental and physical health.
Right.
The term sober curious was popularized by the author Ruby Warrington in her 2018 book, and Gen Z is latching onto it because it's become a global conversation. As opposed to what I alluded to earlier when education for the older generation was simply being told not to do something, now it's a dialogue that young people can feel empowered to participate in. And
it's almost like if you actually teach people about the negativities of things instead of just telling them not to do it without the proper reasons to not do so, it gives you better results. It's almost like they didn't really want people to not do drugs. Oh my gosh. Conspiracy theory right here. Oh, we didn't even check out conspiracy theory. Oh my gosh.
Clearly, when they start asking themselves the important questions, alcohol seems like less of a necessity for going out and socializing. Right. But while health and wellness is absolutely the primary concern and driving factor of sobriety for Gen Z, we can't really leave out how expensive it is to drink. Almost a third of young people choose low and no alcohol drinks specifically because they're cheaper than the alcoholic versions. This
was the part. Now you're speaking my language. From broke boy to broke boy, now you're speaking my language.
To say that they're all about saving money and penny pinching. Sure, harsher economic reality right now between student loan debt, skyrocketing rent prices, and an uncertain job market, but the youth are actually happy to shell out cash. They're willing to pay more so long as it's a better quality product. Trends from 2024 show that when Gen Z do drink, they prefer premium beverages. Gone are the days of slamming down whatever's cheapest at the bar. Gen Z would rather have one high-quality, carefully curated drink than 5 that taste like bad decisions. They're trading quantity for quality. So here's the real kicker. This isn't just about drinking less. It's about drinking differently. And the alcohol brands are listening closely. That's because Gen Z isn't killing alcohol. They're reinventing it. Say what you will, but this generation knows what they want. And they have standards, which is more than I can say for the frat bros of my college years downing anything so long as it was unleaded. And even then, I've seen things. When it comes to the things Zoomers are drinking, one of the fastest growing markets is the ready-to-drink beverages, or RTDs. The global RTD market is expected to more than double from 1.01 billion to 2.23 billion by 2029. And it's thanks to Gen Z who live fast-paced lives and need a good drink that doesn't require a bunch of preparation. 54% of Gen Z drink pre-mixed alcohol beverages and spirits, which include things like hard lemonades, hard seltzers, and kombucha. If you've never had it, by the way, thank your lucky stars. Living in LA so long, it was hard to to avoid it. And the one time I did have it, I literally spat it back out on the street. I truly don't get it, but that's just me. Gen Zers, on the other hand, are down to try pretty much anything. That's why these RTDs are also...
No, that's the problem. They're down to try anything. Oh my gosh, bro. It's some drug addicts out here, bro. Alcoholics out here, bro.
Such a smash hit because they offer a huge variety of flavors and options. They're also drinking the good stuff, the premium stuff, like I mentioned. 54% of Gen Z are likely to choose a premium drink compared to just 35% of people in older generations. This trend is particularly evident in spirits, where premium, super premium, and ultra premium categories have been growing like the stuff at the bottom of kombucha bottles. Seriously, so gross. But companies are now adapting to this, creating beverages with interesting flavors, like pineapple wine cocktails and orange lemonade vodka. But that's not the only way companies are adapting, because the new wave is all about the no-low trend. You know, drinks with no and low alcohol. And the brands are riding that wave to the bank. They're not dumb. They see that their customers are drinking less alcohol. So if people don't want alcohol in their beer, they're not going to stop selling beer. They're just going to stop selling the alcohol in the beer. More and more companies are starting to offer 0% beers, and they're seeing a lot of success with it. The NA, or non-alcoholic beer market, rose by 35% from 2022.
That might be the only way, because I be trying to duck alcohol, but I always wanted to know what beer tasted like, but I would never, like, I've been trying to avoid alcohol at all costs. But if there's a 0%, I might try that. Maybe I'll do that on stream. Stanley's Live, STANLEYS, like Stanley's Live. Yeah, so STANLEYS Live. Yep. Let's get it.
To 2023, and it's expected to keep growing at a pretty massive rate. Now, once upon a time, removing the alcohol from the beer had to be done post-fermentation through techniques like boiling, vacuum distillation, and reverse osmosis. Problem was, these methods could negatively affect the taste. So, non-alcoholic beers were far from the preference. But now, advancements in technology have also allowed these companies to improve the flavor of these non-alcoholic beverages, meaning not only is it not a bad substitute, but can be as good as the original too. And it's not just limited to beers. There are companies that sell de-alcoholized wine. I'm fascinated by this product because it's not like it's just a juice. They've actually removed the alcohol from fully fermented wine, and it leaves it tasting just like the alcoholic kind. This is a perfect example of an industry actually listening.
Hold on, bro. I might start getting drunk in there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. De-alcohol wine? Nah, y'all about to see me pull up on stream with the little, you know what I'm saying? No, that's hard. I didn't know that.
Listening to its customers, and a consumer base that's truly talking with their wallets. And we all come out winning. Higher quality spirits, no or low.
Oh my gosh, that's the biggest thing that he just said. Listen, wait, I'm gonna go back.
Truly talking with their wallets. And we
That's the thing, bro.
all come out winning. Higher.
You heard that. You want change? Talk with your wallet, gang. Stop talking with your mouth. Stop talking on Twitter. Talk with your wallet. Look what y'all did to alcohol. Look what y'all did to cigarettes, even though they replaced it with vapes. You could do that with anything in life. You take away a dollar bill, you will see some change for real. Oh my gosh, that was off the dome. Oh, that was off the dome, and it rhymes, so you know it's true.
Higher quality spirits, no or low alcohol variants that taste just as good as their alcoholic counterparts. Even older generations are drinking less or healthier thanks to Gen Z's lead. We owe them a debt of gratitude. But there's one other big winner here. Notice how at no point in the episode did I say that the alcohol industry is declining? Sure, there are certain aspects or specific brands that are in trouble, looking at you, Natty Light, and sure, there are less people drinking now than ever, but sales in the alcohol industry as a whole haven't stopped climbing since the pandemic. People may be drinking less volume of alcohol, but prices haven't dropped a bit. In fact, some of these no-low drinks are even more expensive than the alcoholic kind. They require the same or similar techniques to the alcoholic types, just with the added step of removing the alcohol, which then makes it a premium product to sell. There's a bit of a slump as manufacturers shift their strategies to fit the new market, and some of them may stumble in the short term, which explains why some markets have seen a small decline. But these companies aren't worried about the now. They play the long game. Look at Anheuser-Busch, the largest beer company in the world. Right now, they're experiencing a small dip in sales, but their non-alcoholic options are exceeding expectations. And if things keep going the way they are, their non-alcoholic sales will likely equal or even exceed their others. And they're coming out looking like the heroes because they're giving us healthier options and listening to their consumer base without actually sacrificing anything. In fact, they're gaining in the long term. So Gen Z being healthy and drinking less because of it has created a shift in the industry that's demanding higher quality and healthier options. It's also making the rest of us start to moderate our own drinking habits and consider healthier options. And the alcohol industry is loving it because we are playing right into their hands. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bottoms up.
Hey,
Yo.
man, I'm not mad at it, bro. Hey, y'all quit drinking. Put the bottle down. Pick up a bottle of water. No cap. And if you do drink, go non-alcoholic. Apparently, it's a great option. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For reactions today on this channel, like, comment, subscribe down below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.